Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Welcome back. Please subscribe, like, and share. We're going to get right into this very, very powerful message today. We're going to answer the question, how do we ascend? Everybody's searching for ascension. How do we ascend? How do we reach enlightenment? How do we reach the higher realms of consciousness? This is what we're going to talk about today. You might need to get out your pens and piece of paper. Matter of fact, I'm going to be teaching right from my book here. I'm so proud of it. It is The Great Expansion, guys, a cosmic Bible for the ages. This is book one, The Ego Divide. I left the links down below. You can purchase your own copy on Amazon, but we're going to be teaching right from this book, page 166. Now, let me set this up. Source. This is a channeled Bible, guys. The Bible that we know and we love today was written thousands of years after Jesus walked or the Christ walked, however you want to call it. But this is done in real time. These messages from this Bible is coming to you less than 2 years, about 1 year and 5 months after it was channeled. So this is in real time, right? So Source gives us a teaching in this book about a specific something that is not actually tangible. Even inanimate, what we call inanimate objects, could be our answer to ascension. Have we been looking in the wrong places? I'm here to say yes. Source is here to say yes. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to read a bit, and then we're going to break it down, and then I'm going to read a little more. Okay? And before we dive into this information, guys, like I said, please subscribe to the channel, and all of the links are down below if you want to book your own quantum telekinetic healing session or your quantum telekinetic reading. All of the details are down below. I want to invite Source in right now to be with us through delivering Source's word, raising the frequency and vibration, raising the connection, recalibrating, using some hypnofrequency to recalibrate the energy around us here so we can get a nice clear connection from Source. Using the breath of life to make stagnant things move again. Nire Shatiri, Mure Shati, Mareti, Nishiti, Shitiri, Shatiri, Mureta, Direta, Mureti, Shitiri, Kareki, Mure Shatiri, Mureshi. Okay, I think Source is ready. So I believe we're going to pick up a lot of gems today. So Source wants to tell us about the color yellow. Source gives a channeled message about the color yellow and how it is and can be used for our ascension, not just on this earth, but to ascend us out of the matrix. That's what we're going to talk about. Okay, let's start. The color yellow is the hope of humanity. It's the color yellow that combines souls together in the heavens. It's the color yellow that clasps hands on earth. When we hold hands in neighborly love through the color yellow, it ascends us collectively to the heavenly sphere. If everyone on earth wore the color yellow in their heart space at the same time, we would ascend into the heavens, and that would be the end of earthly days. Y'all, let's break it down. This is deep. Did Source just tell us how to get out of the matrix? Let's break this down. First and foremost, This book really is all about, I hate to say new earth ascension because, it's so kind of overused, but what it really is that there is a new placement for souls to have a soul physical experience. And we are birthing out a new, I guess, for the lack of a better word, a new earth. It's being birthed out of the old one, but I'm not really calling it earth because it is more heightened. It is enlightened. It holds a different resonance to it, but for the lack of a better word. So this color yellow is how we're going to get there. Okay. So the color yellow is the hope of humanity. So right there, a lot of the times, all we need is a mustard seed, right? All we need is a little bit of hope. How many people do you know, like they've lost their dreams and all they just need is a little bit of hope? Source is saying the color yellow is the hope of humanity, not just you singular, but Source talks about the color yellow as a collective, right? So as of helping the collective. So the color yellow is the hope of humanity. So if humanity is going to evolve, if humanity is going to be well and to be free of wars and famine and all of these horrific things that happen to humanity, we're going to have to get to know the color yellow. This is what Source is saying. It's our hope. It is the color yellow that combines souls together in the heavens. You ever heard of soul contracts? Source is saying that the color yellow is what makes those contracts. It combines. It's a binding agent, the color yellow. Color yellow is a binding agent of souls. This is deep. Source goes on to say it's the color yellow that clasps hands together on the earth. So not only is it a binding agent for souls to take these soul contracts, it's also something that brings people together, right? The color yellow brings clasped hands together on earth. When we hold hands in neighborly love, doing unto others as you would want done to you, when we hold hands in neighborly love through the color yellow, it ascends us collectively into the heavenly sphere. It's that simple, y'all. It's that simple. When we hold hands in neighborly love, when we treat others just like we treat ourselves, when we do this through the color yellow, it ascends us collectively to the heavenly sphere. You want to get out of the matrix? You want to stop being reincarnated? Activate the color yellow. But you have to do it through neighborly love, loving thy neighbor. Even all these countries hating on the other country, that's not neighborly love. It's not just your neighbor that you know and love. It's the people that have opposite religion than you, that look different than you, that are a different class than you. This is what Source is saying. The whole point is to transcend those things. So if you can come together in neighborly love through the color yellow, you would ascend to the heavens. This is how you ascend. It's getting deep, y'all. Hold on, it's getting deep. It's getting deep. If everyone on earth wore the color yellow in their heart space at the same time, we would ascend into the heavens, and that would be the end of the earthly days. There we go again. When you wear the color yellow in your heart, in your soul essence, this yellow is a color of purification. Thank you, Source. It is a color of consecration. It is a color of resurrection, Christ's energy, solar plexus. It's a color of currency, of forward movement, higher learning, higher consciousness, ascension. It's in the spirit of water, the water element. Nothing would be physical without water, and nothing could get carried from one place to another without an element of water. It's a true currency. The color yellow is special. It is ascension color. If we could do this collectively, notice how Source doesn't say do this by yourself. Source says the color yellow is the hope of humanity, collective. The color yellow is what combines souls together in the heavens, a collective. The color yellow clasps hands together here on earth, a collective. When we hold hands in neighborly love, collective, through the color yellow, it will collectively ascend us into the heavens, collective. Color yellow is a collective. There is no singularity in the color yellow. So when you eat yellow foods, when you wear yellow, the color yellow, when you look at the sun, it's in the energy of the color yellow. It's representing a collective. None of this is separate. You are not ascending by yourself. It's a collective ascension. Because I've said this many times before, even your soul will come back and finish the job. We all have to ascend. It's not just you that needs to save your butt. This is how it works. There is no such thing as separation. Earlier in the chapter, Spirit talks about how the separation was an experiment. All this different people and planets and energies was just an experiment to see what would happen if Source divided itself from itself. It's not real. There is no different races, no different countries, no different planets, solar systems. We are only just one collective soul body. This cosmic Bible explains it the best when it comes to collective, the best. We are only group consciousness, and this is what we are turning back to. So in order to return back to group collective consciousness, we need the color yellow to do that. The color yellow is a collective. So naturally, even if you're juicing, just juice yellow apples, yellow peppers, right? I know there's a lot of other yellows. I know there's melons, right? And you know, the yellow and orange is kind of interchangeable, has elements of yellow in there too. So allow Source to advise you if you want to do a yellow, fast, or a yellow fruit flush, because Source is saying it very clearly here in this cosmic Bible that it is the color yellow that's going to ascend us collectively. Source does not say actually it's going to ascend you by yourself, actually. It doesn't say it. I wish it did. I wish it was just every man for itself. But that's just not how it works. You're not ascending by yourself based off of this book. You're not going to. Because what's going to happen when you ascend, you're going to understand the oneness spirit. You're going to understand it, and you're going to come back to save more. You're not going to see it as, oh my God, I'm in the reincarnation soul trap. You're not going to see it once you ascend like that. You're going to say, there's other me's still there that are lost. There's other fragmented pieces of me still on earth that have not seen the light. I need to go bring the color yellow to them so we could collectively evolve. This is what's going to happen. And Source is very clear here. If every single person on earth wore the color yellow, the essence, the spirit of it, in their heart space, all at the same time, we would ascend We would ascend into the heavens, and that would be the end of the earthly days. Boom. Source just told us how to exit the matrix. It's all right here, guys. How do we exit the matrix? We wear yellow in our heart space, all collectively, all at the same time, and we ascend to the heavens, and boom, that's the end of the earth. And scene. It's over. Earth is a school where you learn about the singularity, mastering the singularity. But now that we are going back into collective group consciousness, we are learning that the singularity was only an experiment to see what would happen if Source did divide itself. And as we can see, it's kind of an experiment that went wrong. So what's happening? We're reaching the 0 point. Everything's collapsing. Universes are collapsing. Realities are collapsing on each other. And we are scrapping this game, this experiment, because it didn't work. Right? So you want to ascend, you wear the color yellow in spirit and in truth. You have just as much love for yourself, for your neighbor, as you do for yourself. Each one teach one. Thank you. Each one teach one. When you do ascend, you now reach down and you help the next person. This is the spirit of the color yellow. This is the spirit. This is the sun. This is the reason why that sun's in the sky. This is the reason why the ancients. I remember when I went to Mexico City, and then I think around 45 minutes outside the city, we drove to see the pyramid of the sun and of the moon. This is why they built those pyramids, to worship their beloved sun, because they knew it was the only way to ascend into the heavens. This is why those civilizations are no longer there. You think they just vanished, these elite civilizations that knew more than us, that were building these hieroglyphs and pyramids? You think they just vanished, that they just died out? No. They mastered not only the singularity, they mastered the collective. They mastered ascension. They mastered the color yellow. This is why they worship the sun. It's in the essence of the color yellow. It ascended them into the heavenly sphere. That's where they are. They ascended past this place. This is deep. And a lot of people will never do this because it seems too hard. They won't. They want to just get online and complain about being trapped in the matrix and how they're not going to go into the light. Even if you go into the dark when you pass away, I will tell you one thing. If you have not made peace and understood the color yellow, you'll be brought back here to finish the job. Your soul will call you back to finish it. Even though there may be other forces involved, ultimately it is your soul, because your soul knows, innately knows what's right. And what's right, based off of Source's words here, is that we have to have the color yellow to ascend. And you have to, there's no separation. You have to ascend collectively. That is just the truth of what Source is trying to say here. Let me see how long I have. I'd like to do more teachings about this. I feel like it's getting a bit long. You know what? I'm going to stop this here. I'm not going to make this video too long. We'll pick up in a part 2 because it starts to get real juicy. It starts to get real juicy. How do we heal, dis-ease, and how do we heal, depression? We can do that all with the color yellow. It gets deep. I'm going to stop it here and I'll pick up in a part 2, or better yet, just go ahead and purchase the book, guys. It's on Amazon, The Great Expansion, a Cosmic Bible for the Ages. Really quickly, I think I will try to show you the book cover here. There we go. does the person in the middle look a little familiar? There you go, guys. These are like the five aspects of source, and they really do come alive as characters. But you know, that's how a human mind works. A human mind has to take source and give it personalities and give it features and give it a script, a dialogue, right? And you know, this Bible is, you know, just the same as the other, you know, biblical and ancient texts that we have to use these images to explain so that a human mind can wrap their head around it, right? So I'm going to leave this right here, but I hope you guys do join me on this journey. I'll be teaching directly from this cosmic Bible, the Great Expansion. And go ahead and to subscribe to the channel. Instructions for Humanity and the 54 Technology, and all of the details to purchase the book and for sessions and for our Ascension program. If you want to wear yellow in your heart space to help you ascend, will be down below, guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is as we walk together in divine love. Be well. Be well, guys. Bye.